It started with a single notification, a text from an unknown number at 11:47 p.m. I remember the sound. It wasn't just another ping. It felt sharp, like a whisper cutting through the silence of my home. I picked up my phone, half asleep. There was a message that said, "You deserve to know the truth about your husband." At first I laughed. It had to be spam, one of those scams, right? But then another message came in. 5 photos, each one slowly downloaded in front of my trembling hands. And when they did, my world stopped moving, because in every single photo was him, my husband, the man I'd loved for 10 years, smiling, laughing, holding another woman. And in the last photo, he was kissing her. The air left my lungs. My body went cold. My mind refused to believe what my eyes were seeing. I whispered to myself, No, this can't be real. But it was. And the strangest part wasn't the betrayal. It was the angle of the photos. They weren't selfies. Someone had taken them. From a distance. Secretly. That's when the fear began to settle in. Who sent these to me? And why? I sat in the dark, my phone screen glowing against the tears in my eyes. His name, Ryan, flashed on my contact list. I hovered over the call button. But something inside me stopped. I didn't want to hear his voice. Not yet. I wanted to see if he'd lie first. So I waited. At 12:10 a.m., the door opened. He came in quietly, like always after late-night meetings. His tie loosened, his voice soft. "Hey, babe. You're still up?" I smiled, fake, stiff, trembling. Yeah, just couldn't sleep. He kissed my forehead. I felt my stomach twist. I looked into his eyes. They were calm. Too calm. I asked gently, "Where were you tonight?" He didn't flinch. Didn't hesitate. He said, "Work ran late. I told you, remember?" Liar. My heart sank. I wanted to throw the phone in his face. Scream. Ask why. But instead, I said softly, "Oh, right. Yeah, you did." He smiled, oblivious to the storm inside me, and went to shower. I sat there staring at the bathroom door, listening to the sound of running water, wondering how many lies had been washed off him before. That night, I didn't sleep. I replayed the photos again and again. Every small detail. The restaurant lights. The time on his watch. The curve of the woman's smile. I zoomed in, trying to find something. Some proof it wasn't him. That it was edited. Anything. But no, it was him. And worse, it wasn't even the first time. The timestamps showed weeks. Weeks of moments I never knew existed. By morning, I had a decision to make. Do I confront him? Or do I find out who sent those pictures first? Because if someone knew this much about my husband, they might know more. At 8:30 a.m., another message came. "Same unknown number? He's been lying to you for months. You deserve better, Evelyn." I froze. "They knew my name." I typed back. "Who are you? Why are you sending me this?" No response. I called the number. Straight to voicemail. Then I tried reverse. No name, no trace. It was like this person didn't exist. The next few days were torture. Ryan kept acting normal, texting me sweet things, kissing my forehead goodnight, while I pretended not to know that he had another life. Every time his phone buzzed, my heart pounded. Every smile he gave me felt rehearsed. And every time he said, "I love you," I wondered if he was saying it to her too. By day 4, I couldn't take it anymore. So I did something I never thought I would. I followed him. He said he had to go meet a client. I told him I'd stay home, migraine, you know. He kissed my cheek and left. The moment his car turned the corner, I grabbed my keys and went after him. He drove across town, past the city lights, into a quiet neighborhood. Parked outside a house, and waited. Then she came out. The woman from the photos. Same dark hair, same red coat, same look of familiarity. She got into his car. They drove off together. I followed, my hands gripping the steering wheel so hard they went white. They pulled into a small cafe by the river. The same cafe where he'd first taken me when we were dating. That broke me. I parked across the street, shaking, crying silently. And when he reached across the table to hold her hand, I knew it was over. But here's the thing. As I sat there watching them, someone knocked on my car window. I jumped. A woman, middle-aged, kind face, stood outside. "Are you Evelyn?" she asked. I froze. "Yes, who are you?" She looked over at Ryan and the woman in his car, then back at me. And she said, "I'm the one who sent you the photos." My heart pounded as she said it. She was the stranger, the one behind those messages. Before I could speak, she whispered, "I'm sorry. I didn't know how else to tell you." I opened my door. "Please, just tell me who you are." She nodded, tears in her eyes. "My name's Claire, and I used to be her neighbor." She pointed at the woman in Ryan's car. "She's married, Evelyn. Or she was. Until she met your husband." My world tilted. "What?" She continued. "They've been meeting for months. Her husband found out, and when he did, things got bad. He was violent. So she moved out, and your husband helped her." I couldn't breathe. "Helped her?" Claire nodded slowly. "Yes, but it didn't stay that way. They fell in love, or at least that's what they call it. I took those photos because I thought her husband deserved to know. But when I saw your name on their conversations, I realized you deserved it more." Her voice trembled, sincere, broken. I didn't know whether to thank her or scream. All I could do was whisper, "Why me? Why now?" She said softly. "Because lies spread like disease. I didn't want to watch another woman get destroyed by one." I stared at Ryan through the cafe window. He was smiling like a man who didn't have a wife waiting at home. Like the life we built, our house, our memories meant nothing. Something inside me shattered quietly. When he came home that night, "Thanks for watching.